It's time. It's time for Mike Tomlin to go somewhere else. It's time for the Pittsburgh Steelers to turn to someone else in order to lead their franchise.
For the Pittsburgh Steelers to move in a different direction. I don't say that lightly because I love Mike Tomlin. I love what he stands for. I love the mentality that he brings. But Mike Tomlin, who's a magician, an orator, a word magician, one of his things he always says, the standard is the standard. Well, what is the standard in Pittsburgh right now? The standard right now is, we're talking about a guy, Mike Tomlin, who's the only Super Bowl winning coach to lose 6 straight playoff games.
Yes.
6 straight one-and-dones. Is that the standard of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Yeah. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the few blue-chip franchises that we have in our league. They are about championships, not backdooring, getting into the playoffs, and then, losing and you're back home again. That's not Pittsburgh. Okay? So I don't want to hear about quarterback. I don't want to hear about offensive systems. Okay? There's a bigger problem in the Steelers organization right now. There's a bigger problem. And again, I can have affinity towards Mike Tomlin, but also at the same breath understand that sometimes things run its course. We've seen it with Andy Reid in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Andy Reid was tremendous. Took multiple quarterbacks to Super Bowl, had all types of success with the Philadelphia Eagles. But he ran his course. And he moved on to the Kansas City Chiefs, and the rest is history. Going to be considered one of the best coaches ever to coach in the National Football League. Right now, in my opinion, it's time for the Pittsburgh Steelers to move on.
Instant reaction on the Steelers' humiliating loss to Baltimore 28-14. I thought they'd hang around in this game without Zay Flowers, but instead Baltimore decided to just run 15 straight times against Pittsburgh over the course of the first half. That's what's most humiliating. The Steelers' offense has been really lifeless since George Pickens got hurt. He came back and made some big catches. He's a tremendous talent. It ended with about 300 rushing yards for the Ravens and 29 for the Steelers. Pittsburgh can't even run the ball anymore. They can't run it. They got pushed around. They're not innovative. What are they? It's time for the Steelers to change direction with their coaching staff. This is not good enough. 3 AFC teams haven't won in the last month. The Titans, who are drafting number 1, the Browns, who are drafting number 2, and the Steelers. How can you defend the Steelers anymore? Thank God they have stability in ownership, or they would be a bottom-tier team. It's time to stop settling.